Hello everyone, how's it going? Today in this video I'll be teaching you how to lube a speed cube. Before we get into this video, I just wanted to confirm that I will be going to the comp. I've got my registration fees all paid and everything, so on Friday I'll be heading away because the comp is on Saturday. So I'll be recording on Saturday, which will be pretty cool. Hopefully the video will be up by Monday or Tuesday. So now on to the real purpose of this video. How to lube a 3x3. So what you're going to need is a 3x3, some lighter lubes, some thicker lube if you have some, a cloth or some tissues, and if you have one then an old toothbrush is useful. So the cube I'm going to be using is the Moyu GTS 3M. The first thing you need to do is take the cube apart, so if you don't know how to do that then you just turn one of the layers a half turn like this, and you sort of grab the edge and pull the corner pieces out and it should just come out nice and easy. And then you can just pull everything else nice and easily and it should just sort of disintegrate. With any luck. So you just keep doing that till it's fully disassembled. So now that it's fully disassembled, what you want to do is you want to get your toothbrush and get the pieces and just give it a nice wee scrub in the harder to get places, just to get rid of all of the yucky build-up and stuff. So you just go over everything, and you can do some of the easier spots just to get off the really hard to get stuff, and you just brush away at most of it really, and just sit the pieces that you've done off to the side. And you want to do this with every piece. So this can take a wee bit of time, but just be patient and yeah. So just do that nice and thoroughly with every piece and make sure that you get in all the nooks and crannies. So once you've finished with the toothbrush, get your cloth or your tissues and grab all of the pieces that you've already cleaned with the toothbrush. And what you need to do now is get your tissue or whatever and just wipe everything off now, because it's all just like already scrubbed off sort of, so it just needs a nice wee wipe. And we can sit those over to the side. So once again we need to do this with every single piece. So just give them a nice wipe. Like so, and I'll get back to you once I've finished that. So now that we've got the pieces sorted out, we can lube the cube. This isn't necessary to do, but it can help if you experience trouble with some spring noise. So since I'm using lubrical black, I'm going to chuck my other glove on. There we go. And we'll grab this. We'll just sort of give it a bit of a shake. Get it all nicely mixed up. And how we're going to do this is we're going to take that there off. So what we want to do is, if you're using lubrical black or just a normal silicone lube like this, then what you want to do is you want to get the syringe and you want to put a bit on the contact surfaces, so like under the head of the screw, you want to put a bit there. Careful not to put like way too much or whatever. So we just want to put, why isn't that coming out? Oh, there we go. So what you want to do is you want to just get a whole heap all in there. just all over the spring and everything. Just really mix it in there. And then you want to sort of pull this up, and there should be enough left on there that you can just sort of wipe a bit on the bottom, and then you can just sort of pull that up and down a bit and spin it around just to sort of mix it all in, everything, get it going good. So you want to carry on and do that for all of the other centerpieces, and try not to get too much over everything. So I'll do that, and then I'll get back to you with the next step. Okay, so now that we've got the core all lubed and the center caps back on, the second last step is now just to reassemble the cube. So if you don't know how to do this, then you get an edge piece and you just slot it in there, and what you do is you just keep going around the cube like that. So next we'll just grab the next one, which will be red and blue, and then white and blue, wherever that is, right here. So this first bit can be a wee bit hard. Sometimes it's easier if you put a corner piece in as well. So if you just sort of, there we go, put that in like that, and then find the next piece. So sometimes it's easier just to build it from the bottom up, or sometimes it's easier just to sort of block build it a bit. So now we'll find this piece. We'll try and find a corner for that. Slot that in there. That bit in there, and that in there. If you're having a little bit of trouble with this, then that's okay. It just takes a bit of practice to get good at it. So now that we're on to the last layer, it can be easier to leave one of these middle edges out, because then we can just sort of slide these in through that wee gap the right way around. So if we slide that in there, there's the next piece. Here we are. So we'll slide that around there. Then we can grab this edge, and what else do we need? This corner, and we'll put this edge in. So now that we've finished that, it's important that we keep a corner and an edge piece out, just so that because it makes the whole lubing process of the pieces a lot easier. So now what we want to do is just try and tilt that down a bit more. There we go. Now what we want to do is we want to grab our lube, so we'll grab some cubical silicone weight 4, some lubrical silk, and some DNM37, and we'll just grab that dispensing tip for the syringe. So now that we've got these two pieces left, what we want to do is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to lube them straight onto the actual cube, because it just makes assembling it a wee bit easier, but you can do it whatever way you want. So first off, we're going to get the heavier lube and just apply a wee bit of that onto the tracks there, and a wee bit onto there, just right in there. Not too much though, or else it'll go really gummy. And if we just rub a wee bit in there as well. and then we want to grab this edge piece and we'll just put a wee bit in there. There we go. So now what we want to do is we want to get our lighter lube, so we'll grab some silk first and we'll put a wee bit on there, just a drop should do it. So we'll put a drop there and we'll put a good smear on there, and now we'll grab the denim, so we'll put another drop onto there, put two there and another one there. So now if we grab the other corner piece and we can just slip that back in there, we'll chuck another drop of denim on there, and then if we grab this last edge piece like we did earlier, we just turn it like that and then it'll just pop in there all nice, and then we'll grab a bit more denim, just sort of chuck that all in there. So now what we need to do is we just need to get the cube and just turn it a bit just to help spread the lube around and break it in. So that's feeling way nicer now. So I reckon that's about right for me, so I'm not going to really fiddle with it at all. So, but if you don't like your cube as fast as me, then you can put more heavier lube, which slows it down a bit. And you might have a wee bit of trouble with lube just sort of coming onto the surface of the cube, so if you need to then you can just wipe that off. But that isn't too hard to do. Make sure that you put the lids back on the lube bottles. Not a good thing to forget to do. I'll just set those back over there. So you can use other lubes if you have them, but this is just what I personally use and find that it works well for me and gets me a nice cube to use. So this is probably about what it'll be like for when I'm doing my comp. Might have sort of worn out a wee bit by then, but that's okay. So now I'm just going to do a quick hand scramble in the sole just to show how nice it is at the moment. So we'll just scramble this up all nice, turn on the stack mat, inspect. So that was just a 19.75. Anyway, that's it for today. If this helped, then make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure to stay tuned in for more videos. The next one will probably be the upcoming competition. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments, and I'll see you all later. Bye.